Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the numerology and the energies for both the collective and the individual life path numbers for June 2022. Before we get into the forecast, I just want to let you know that for those of you who have been asking me to bring back the numerology one question readings, those are now available once again on my website if that's something that interests you. It's an opportunity for if you have a burning question that you just want a quick, concise response to. It's a great, affordable option for that. So you can just book some time with me on my website. The information is in the description box below for that. I look forward to seeing you there. And of course, if you would like a more in-depth reading, those are also available, or a coaching session. Those are available as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the forecast. And of course, I will mention that this is a general reading. So again, if you would like a personalized reading, please book some time with me. All right, so June 2022 is a 12-3 universal cycle. And so typically the energy of the 3 brings with it this big explosive energy of creation, networking, social events, travel, recognition. However, with the strong influencing energy of the 12, we can feel that energy sort of muted slightly, and the focus shifts more towards reevaluation, changing, or sort of reversal of a creative endeavor or life experience. This can be a period of waiting, letting things take care of themselves now through surrender and acceptance without the need for force or control. So under this 12-3 energy, a change in perspective will serve us well, allowing the cycle to work for us rather than trying to overly dominate something. Observe, reflect, meditate, repeat. There is a lot of sort of serenity associated with this energy if we choose not to fight it. You may find that new information or clarity now brings reversals in what we thought we once fully knew. I'm actually facing this myself at the moment, so this is somewhat personal. You may need to make big compromises now on long-term goals or visions in order to fully appreciate and experience what is trying to come in for you right now. With this vibration, success is achieved through acceptance and understanding. The more flexible that we can be with long-term goals and expectations, the more fulfillment we will have within our current right now experience. So try not to fight these forces, but rather flow with them, and the results will be much more satisfying. Try to stay very present within the now and pay attention to sort of your mindset now. Are you self-sabotaging or supporting yourself on this journey? So staying within or coming back to the present moment and doing so often can assist us in seeing very clearly what is actually working and what isn't, what needs your attention right now and what doesn't, and what is a rational fear versus an irrational fear, and what needs to actually be overcome within this moment versus allowing something to unfold further in order to see how it actually plays out. So trips of any kind are very much supported under this energy, especially ones that are solely for enjoyment and exploration or rest and rejuvenation. This is a great time for vacations, both near and far. Ultimately, use this gift, this energy, as an opportunity to see things as they really are and not as they appear to be. Bring the conflicting polarities into some level of perspective now within your mind and create much more harmony within your environment by recognizing the reality of what you are actually currently working with and move from that space. This is a great cycle to pause and observe to gain greater clarity. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a closer, deeper look at each individual life path number for June. Life path number 5. So I pulled an animal spirit card for you all for June, and you got Parrot Spirit. And Parrot's message for you all is watch your words. And so there's definitely something here coming in around authenticity, making sure that when when you're speaking your truth, you're making sure that there's integrity behind your words, and you're not necessarily just mimicking somebody else's behavior or say, sort of feeding into what somebody else wants to hear, but that you're being authentic and true to yourself by what you say and what you do and that sort of thing. So there's definitely something here about, again, not being a puppet to someone or playing lip service to someone. And again, just saying what somebody wants to hear. So there's also something here about paying attention to how you speak to someone, the message that you're delivering. You have no control over how that message is received or how that person integrates the message, but you do have control over the message that the intention behind the message. And so I think there's something here about, speaking the truth, making sure there's integrity behind your words, and just really being mindful of what you say and the potential of, words sometimes can carry a lot of power and can do a lot of damage, right? Like how we say something, how it's delivered, again, the intention behind it. So I just think there's something here about maybe thinking before you speak. And again, going back to that old adage, which I can't remember completely, but it's like, ask yourself, is it true? Is it kind? Is it whatever the saying is? I think there's something to that here where, again, maybe pause before you speak and really think about, is this the message I want to deliver? And is this the message that I want to be associated with before you deliver that message? And so when I look at the month ahead for you all, there's a lot coming in here around work, resources, things within the physical plane. And so there can be things come up around power struggles, maybe reclaiming your power, stepping into your power, being mindful about when you're giving your power away, or if someone is trying to take your power from you, right? Like trying to have some level of manipulation or control over you. This is going to be a month where those power plays are going to come into focus, and you just need to be really aware of them. And once that awareness comes through, how do you want to handle that? Now, I do feel like things, again, around like work, purpose, career are really coming in strongly this month for you all. So this could be a power struggle that you're feeling with a colleague, with a boss. Maybe there's someone who you feel like is stepping all over you to get to where they want to be, right? Or manipulating a situation so that they get a promotion over you or something like that. There is potential for something like that to come in. And what that's doing is encouraging you to use your voice. Remember, parrot spirit, speak your truth, stand up for yourself, step into your power, not in an aggressive way, but in an authentic way. It's very possible for that to kind of come to the forefront. It's also possible that it may be brought to your attention where you are doing that to another, right? Where you might be manipulating the situation or stepping all over someone to get to where it is that you want to be. And so I think that this month is going to bring all that sort of to light and bring it into focus so that you can get it into check, right? Do something about it. Now, of course, if you're being driven by ego and you really want that promotion and you're willing to step all over anybody to get it, chances are that's going to boomerang back at you and you're going to face the repercussions of that. You may get the promotion, but there's going to be consequences to pay for that, the way you treated people getting there, right? And so it comes back to like abuse of power, maybe highlighted at this time, whether that's your abuse of power or somebody else's abuse of power towards you. That could very well come into play. Money matters, money mindset, anything to do with money could come into play this month as well. You may get a promotion, you may promote somebody else, you may be circulating that money or redistributing that money in some way, or again, it could be coming into you. So this can be a great time for promotions, getting a new job, changing jobs, obviously, winning the lottery. This can be really big on resources, financial matters of any kind. So again, like seeing a financial windfall. It can also be the opposite, where, money is kind of running through your fingers and you need to get a grasp on why that's happening and how you can mitigate that. Do you need a better budgeting system? Do you need a better mindset when it comes around to money and how you spend your money and how you view money and all those things? So money, power, anything again to do with like career, business, those sort of things could very much be coming into focus for you all in June. And also because we're in this collective energy of the 12-3, there's going to be sort of like finding your balance between taking action on these items, right? And sort of stepping back and taking a different perspective and a greater viewpoint of maybe what's happening, and maybe again change directions or mitigate the energy in some way. But there's something here about maybe not necessarily taking big action on these items just yet, but being aware of them and then taking a step back and really figuring out how you want to work with them or how you want to change the situation or the experience. That's very possible as well. There's also this really strong energy, fives, about overcoming major obstacles this month. And so again, it may be that things surface for you unexpectedly that feel like larger than life obstacles. And you just need to, again, you need to pause and take a deeper look at whatever it is and figure out how you can overcome that obstacle. Or is that obstacle there to divert you in a different way, or like divert the energy in a different way, right? So maybe you are moving towards some vision, some goal. This major obstacle surfaces that really is too big to surmount. And maybe it's just there so that it can, again, divert your attention, divert your perspective, whatever, divert you into a different direction. And so this is going to be a month for really leaning into that and taking a deeper, longer look at whatever that obstacle is to decide how you want to work with it. And if you want to work with it, maybe you'll decide that it's not worth your time and energy. And so again, you'll move in a different direction. That's very possible as well. And I feel like a lot of this is going to be focused on career, business advice, whether you're giving that advice to somebody or they're giving it to you, money, resources, that sort of thing. And power as well, as I mentioned. So again, pay attention this month to your mindset, how you view things. Can you benefit from a change in perspective, doing things a little bit differently or viewing things a little bit differently or trying something new in a different way? That could benefit you as well. There's also something very strong coming in here around like your spiritual and your spiritual side of things, your spiritual connection and your intuition, and really following that intuition. So again, going back to like parrot spirit, like really feel into, is the message that I'm going to send a message I really want to be behind and a message that I really want to deliver, or is it not? And you have the power to make that decision, right? So I do think there's a lot here of, if you're feeling disconnected spiritually or intuitively, that this month it will really benefit you to get reconnected, and to, when you're feeling disconnected, to pause before you take any concrete action and really check in with yourself and really make sure that this is, whatever this is something that you want to get behind and pursue, and commit to, right? So definitely a lot coming in around being respectful, being responsible with your words as well as your actions, right? Because it's like a lot of times like our words will land first and then behind that is our action. And so I think you want to make sure this month that you're leading with words of integrity and, words of kindness and compassion without sacrificing your own truth. And then the actions will follow, right? So I think that's going to come into play quite a bit. And also those power dynamics. I think you're going to see power dynamics come up pretty strongly this month. And so it's just, again, about rebalancing the power, making sure that there's harmony there. So pay attention to your money, power, finances, obviously, same thing as money, but your resources, whatever, anything really in the physical plane, as well as your connection to spirit and your own higher consciousness and intuition. I think those will all serve you very well this month. So just know that if a challenge comes up for you, don't avoid it. Just really focus on it to figure out and understand why that obstacle is surfacing. What is it that you're meant to learn from this experience? What is it that you're meant to maybe change the direction of how you're moving or how you're working with this energy to get a different result? I think that'll really help you to move through the energy and to work with it to the best of your ability. So really powerful month this month coming in for you all, fives. Again, this could be a great opportunity for getting more clients, for seeing an uptick in your finances and your resources, to really step into your power, to own your voice, to take responsibility for your actions and what it is that you want to achieve and all of those things. This can be a very, very powerful month. It also will ask you to pull from your inner strength, again, so that you're not just saying things out of spite or saying things out of an emotional reaction, but instead you're really using your inner strength to make sure that what you do and what you say is coming from a place of integrity. So very, very interesting, powerful month for you all, fives. Potential to make a lot of headway where it comes to your own personal success and how you value, your efforts and your experience and all those things. So beautiful month, fives. I hope it brings you many things to fruition and much success. So thanks for listening, and I will talk to you all again soon. Bye for now.